TV show title, America, The Story of U.S., Season 1, Episode 8, Boom. Boom, the 8th episode of the History Channel's America, The Story of U.S. series, explores the transformative period of American history during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Marked by industrialization, urbanization, and the rise of big business. The episode focuses on the key events, innovations, and individuals who drove these changes and shaped the modern United States. 1. Introduction. The episode begins by providing an overview of the rapid growth and development that the United States experienced during the late 1800s and early 1900s. At this time, America transformed from a predominantly agricultural society into an industrial powerhouse, with bustling cities and unprecedented economic expansion. 2. The Transcontinental Railroad. A significant driver of this transformation was the completion of the first transcontinental railroad in 1869. Ring Marvel, which stretched from Omaha, Nebraska to Sacramento, California, connected the East Coast to the West Coast, enabling the movement of people, goods, and ideas across the nation. It played a crucial role in the settlement of the West, the growth of new industries, and the expansion of trade. 3. The Homestead Act. Passed in 1862, the Homestead Act allowed settlers to claim up to 160 acres of land in the Western Territories, provided they lived on and improved the land for at least 5 years. This act encouraged millions of people to migrate westward, contributing to the settlement and development of the American West. 4. The Rise of the Robber Barons. The episode explores the emergence of wealthy industrialists and entrepreneurs, often referred to as robber barons, who amassed vast fortunes during this period. Key figures profiled include John D. Rockefeller, who revolutionized the oil industry with Standard Oil; Andrew Carnegie, who built a steel empire through vertical integration; J.P. Morgan, who became a powerful financier and banker; and Cornelius Vanderbilt, who dominated the railroad and shipping industries. 5. The Gilded Age. The wealth and opulence of the robber barons led to the term, Gilded Age, which characterized the era's social and economic disparities. While the rich lived in luxurious mansions, the working class endured poor working conditions, low wages, and crowded urban living. Labor strikes and protests were common as workers fought for better conditions and rights. The Haymarket Riot in 1886 and the Pullman Strike in 1894 serve as examples of these conflicts. 6. Innovations and inventions. Amidst the booming economy, numerous innovations and inventions emerged. Thomas Edison's development of the electric light bulb revolutionized how people lived and worked, eventually leading to the widespread use of electricity. Alexander Graham Bell's invention of the telephone allowed instant communication across vast distances, fostering the growth of businesses and changing the way people interacted. Other key inventions of the time include the typewriter, the sewing machine, and the Kodak camera. 7. The Automobile Revolution. The episode also highlights the automobile revolution, which began with the invention of the internal combustion engine by Carl Benz and Nikolaus Otto. The mass production of automobiles by Henry Ford's assembly line technique made cars affordable for the average American, drastically altering the landscape of the country and its cities. The Model T, introduced in 1908, became a symbol of American mobility and independence. 8. The skyscraper boom. Urbanization and the need for space in growing cities led to the development of skyscrapers. The episode discusses the technological innovations that made these towering structures possible, including the invention of the elevator by Elisha Otis and the use of steel frame construction. The construction of iconic skyscrapers, such as the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building, symbolized America's growing power and ambition. Chicago's home insurance building, completed in 1885, is considered the world's first skyscraper, and the Flatiron Building in New York City, completed in 1902, became a symbol of the city's architectural prowess. 9. Immigration. As the United States grew and prospered, it attracted millions of immigrants from around the world, who came in search of better lives and opportunities. The episode examines the experiences of these immigrants, as well as the cultural melting pot that America became as a result. It also touches on the challenges faced by immigrants, including discrimination and the struggle to assimilate. Ellis Island, opened in 1892, served as the primary point of entry for millions of immigrants, and the Lower East Side of Manhattan became a densely populated hub of immigrant communities. 10. The Progressive Era. In response to the social and economic inequalities of the Gilded Age, the Progressive Era, roughly 1890 to 1920, emerged, characterized by political reform, social activism, and efforts to curb the power of big business. The episode highlights the role of key figures such as President Theodore Roosevelt, who enacted progressive policies like the Pure Food and Drug Act and the establishment of national parks. Additionally, the episode explores the work of muckraking journalists, like Upton Sinclair, whose exposés on the harsh conditions in industries like the meatpacking business led to public outrage and calls for reform. Sinclair's book, The Jungle, is a prime example of the impact of muckraking journalism. 11. Women's suffrage. The episode also covers the women's suffrage movement, which gained momentum during the Progressive Era. Activists like Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and Alice Paul fought tirelessly for women's right to vote. In 1920, the passage of the 19th Amendment granted women the right to vote, marking a significant milestone in the struggle for gender equality in the United States. 12. The Great Migration. The episode delves into the Great Migration, a period between 1916 and 1970 when millions of African Americans moved from the rural South to the urban North in search of better opportunities and to escape racial segregation and discrimination. This mass movement reshaped the demographics and culture of major cities like Chicago, New York, and Detroit, and contributed to the rise of the civil rights movement in the 1950s and 1960s. 13. The labor movement. The episode also addresses the rise of the labor movement during this period, as workers organized to demand better wages, working conditions, and job security. The formation of powerful labor unions, such as the American Federation of Labor, AFL, and the Industrial Workers of the World, IWW, played a crucial role in improving the lives of working-class Americans and establishing important labor protections. 14. Conclusion. Boom concludes by emphasizing how the rapid industrialization, urbanization, and technological innovations of the late 19th and early 20th centuries transformed the United States into a global superpower. This period of unprecedented growth laid the groundwork for the modern nation we know today, with its sprawling cities, diverse population, and powerful economy. Despite the social and economic challenges that arose during this time, the United States continued to progress, driven by the resilience and ingenuity of its people. Throughout the episode, Boom provides a vivid portrayal of the people, events, and innovations that shaped the United States during this transformative period. By highlighting the stories of key figures and delving into the challenges and triumphs of the era, the episode offers a comprehensive and engaging account of this critical chapter in American history.